No, we're still going live. We are live. Whether you are joining me live or on the replay, welcome. We've got the full 2025 lineup for the Don't Miss This, Come Follow Me study materials, and we are going to check them all out. I'm excited to be able to share them with you, and I hope that they are helpful to you. So we're going to start out with the posters. These are new. The posters may not necessarily be new, but they're definitely in a new format. I don't even know. I have not checked them out. The only viewing I've had of these products is that the only preparation, I guess, this is like a first look. That's where I'm going. We're basically getting a first look here because all I did was just open up the packaging so that this would be quicker for you guys. So I don't know exactly what we're getting other than this look here. So, and I don't have the big posters. I've had the big posters for the previous 3 years, but I didn't have them for this year. So I don't have a comparison exactly on if they're different or not. But I know that this book is the same from last round, and the stickers are the same from last round. But the tip-ins are now 3 different options, and we'll take a close look at each one and compare them. And then we have the Read It, Live It, Flip book. So we will take a look at the new posters first and the new tip-ins first. And then we'll take a look at these, and we'll save these for last since you may or may not be familiar with them. So let's jump into that. If we haven't met yet, hi there. I'm Elaine from On the Same Page Together. We are a Christ-centered home of learning, and on this channel, we talk about all things family. Oh, it would help if I had it up here. I'm sorry. We like to share what works for us as we strive to encourage you on your journey in life and family. Oh, I missed that this was packaged in here. Darn it. Sorry. Can I go ahead and get that? Let's see, this is why I went through and opened up everything else. Okay, so it comes with this little stand here that we set up how. Let's see. I'm going to guess we'll just slide that in here. Slide this in here, intuitive. And then this will sit. How? Oh, okay. It will sit more like this. I was thinking it would hold the whole stack. Maybe it still will. Yeah, okay. It holds the whole stack. And then you'll just... Oh, and they're single-sided. Single-sided is exciting. So then you'll just tuck it in the back and move on to the next one. That'll be nice. I'm not sure where I'm going to put this, but that is pretty cool. It'll be much easier to switch than the system we've got for the other one. So let's just go ahead and keep going through these. So we saw Restore. It's got... I'm not sure what we've got here. 200 years have now elapsed. So maybe this is a summary. Nope, this is 1-1. So this must be the verse and then like the description kind of thing, or their little bit on it. All right, let's go ahead and flip through these. Let's see. 5:2, we've got that. And then God hath not revealed anything to Joseph, but what he will make known unto the 12, and even the least saint may know the things to bear them. So I'm not sure what that is. Maybe they'll explain more about it in their podcast. What this is clearly the verse, and then what this is. Okay, that elect usually was elect lady, but this is still Joseph Smith Jr. I'm not sure. This will be an interesting discovery as we go through. But I know that they'll explain it in their video. Like with the word of the week, they've gone through and said, here's the word for this week, and kind of talked about it. And I'm sure that if you're watching them throughout the rest of this year, they will talk about it a little more, especially if they're getting questions about it. So if you are wondering, maybe shoot them a question over on Instagram or whatever, and that might get them to talk about it, to explain to us what they are, or what that little paragraph is really. And if at any point during this flip through I'm moving too slow for you, or you need me to slow down, there is a little settings button at the bottom right hand corner of the video that you can click on and change the playback speed. You can either speed me up or slow me down to whatever you need. And when the video is uploaded and processed, I will go through and put in markers for each item so that you can jump around if you want to do that. I want this to be as helpful as possible for you. Here. Kiddos stomping around above me. All right, I'm just going to quickly get this out of the way. I can clean that up later. Let's take a look at the tip-ins. Okay, so they've got tip-ins for teens and tip-ins for kids. And then they talked about it. They said that these are just different variations of like the style. Like it doesn't have to be for kids. If you like this one, get it. It doesn't have to be for teens. If your kids like that one, get it. So let's open them up. We have, let's see, 49 Gospel Study Helps. And this one's got 49 Gospel Study Helps and 49 Gospel Study Helps. And I believe they said there was one for each week, if I remember correctly. But you can see like a basic difference here. And hey, if you like each of them, we'll take a closer look. But if you like them all, why not use all three, right? You can layer them in your book. So let's pull out the non-designated ones, the adult ones, the non-designated ones. I'm going to go ahead and push that down there. And then here's the teens and the kids. So, introduction and proclamation. This one says place in the introduction, place in the introduction, place in the introduction. So we can just go ahead and compare them right here. Let me make sure they're on camera for you in screen. So sacred revelations. These sacred revelations were received in answer to prayer in times of need and came out of real life situations involving people. And then you can even write in these, what is my prayer? What is my need? What is my situation? What is my story? And then for the teen one, they have, what is my prayer? What is my need? So these, it's just got the same thing. These sacred revelations, real people. What is my situation? What is my story? So these two are the same. And then for this one, we have just the question of what is my prayer? What is my need? What is my situation? What is my story? So if you do end up liking different bits of it and it's worth it to you to get all three, which are listed at, this one's listed at $17.99, this one's listed at $17.99, and this one's listed at $19.99 according to the box. So if you find enough pages in here that's worth getting all three, you can choose if you really want to put, if you need to put all three in each time, because this seems like a little bit of the redundancy. But let me get these out of the way. Okay, here we go. Hearken. Different ways to say hearken. What does it mean to hearken? How can you practice this? And then hearken. Different ways you can hearken with your ears, your eyes, your heart. That's cool. So those are all different. I don't know if we're going to keep comparing them, but maybe that would be helpful. I'll just go ahead and continue to compare them because that may be helpful to some of you. Seeing it side by side, and if you're watching it with your kiddos, maybe they'll be able to better see which one they're interested in. I know I have multiple kiddos, so I'm going to let them take a look at and see what works for them if they want them. I do have one that has definitely asked for the stickers, so I bought 2 sets of stickers, but we'll take a look at those in a minute. Okay, so we've got here answers for inquiring after the truth. What is it? What is to be done? How shall I know it? And then different verses. Definitely a study help here. What have I learned for myself? Hear him. What is to be done? How shall I know it? Where is your sacred grove? So this is definitely different. This is notes, and this is where they're wanting you to list it. What have you learned? Where is your sacred grove? And then just the question, where is my sacred grove? All right, the question that inspired the revelation. And so, revelation, are these the sections? Let's see. Place near Doctrine and Covenants, section 1. Does God speak? What is so? This may be. This is probably the sections. How did Joseph see himself? How did God see him? What is my work? And then what does God love about me? Those could all go into place. Let's see, this is place near Joseph Smith history. They're all in the same, placing them all in the same place. Oh, so that could be a fun layering one. All right, second chances. Fill in the blanks. When you think all is lost, remember God is merciful. Thou art called. Oh, so this is where you fill in your name, probably. Thou art chosen, thou art called. Your name? It turns out that I do need the study, right? Because I don't, thou art Joseph chosen? No. So that maybe is a fill-in. Repent and remember, God equals love. So, anyway. These are like fun little quotes with an image. And then these have some differences sometimes and not entirely all the time. Let's see. Privilege of prayer, again, in my Oliver moment. And then this one, just fill in the blanks. A time God spoke to me. What should I pray for? What is the Spirit? What is the Spirit? And this one tells you, it might be what led me to do good. Leads me to do good. So maybe these are, when has the Spirit led me to do these things? And these are just, it tells you what the Spirit does. Okay, that Spirit which leadeth to do good. What good can I do? Okay. Inspired questions. Okay, so this is the different sections because the other one left off at 11, I'm quite sure. We can check real quick. Yep, 11. So it's just what inspired the revelations. Days never to be forgotten. So maybe this is for you to write down a day never to be, about your baptism. Okay. What is one day I will never forget? The worth of souls. Questions to answer. Worth of souls. What was Jesus willing to pay for me? How did he show I have a worth to him? Okay. And then how much does Jesus love me? How do I learn? My favorite attribute of Christ, my favorite verse about Christ, my favorite way to feel the Spirit. How do I listen? How do I walk? And then how do I find peace? Lord of me, listen to my words, walk in my spirit. So these are all different enough that you can layer them. As if from mine own mouth, if you give heed, then here's my promise, and then promises for following the prophet. Okay, those are all different. Okay, so I don't know that you need me to go through one by one each time, but I don't know. Maybe you'll like it. I guess that's kind of the point. If you get the picture, I guess, then I'll let you decide. I'm going to see if I know that somebody out there is going to be helped by going through them individually or together. So the Song of the Heart as a prayer unto him. List some lines from your favorite hymns. Doctrine and Covenants, a delight, a prayer, a blessing. Write your favorite hymn. Draw a song about your draw your favorite song about Jesus. Inspired questions. Oh, I don't want to rip these. Okay, whole armor. And then the whole armor. Oh, okay, so you can talk about each item, and this one points to them all. Even as a hen, who he gathers, and then how Jesus gathers. Okay, trust in your sickle. And then list blessings and advice from missionaries in Doctrine and Covenants. And then draw the missionaries. Draw them here. List the missionaries in Doctrine and Covenants. Your heart and the story of James Colville. One little word made one big difference. Who could have been? What could have been? And then here we write, fill in the blank. Where's your heart? And what's in my heart? More questions. Consecration. See, this is where, like, if you're deep into the study or whatever, it might be beneficial to get both of these because you're getting the list of questions and also a little bit more. I mean, these are great too, but this is just like a simplified picture. Or maybe you want these two. I don't know. Something that gives you a little more on these weeks. These are great. These are great, but adding a little more to that week may be worth it. All right, and this is just the same, just different versions of it. And you have Be Not Troubled, Warning, Signs, and Promises. And then here's some pictures, How to Abide the Day. And some pictures, and how to, that one's the same, just different again. All right, gifts, lists of gifts. My gift. So maybe you're supposed to write the gifts in here. List of gifts. And write those gifts. And this one that's given to you. Beware how to not be deceived. And this one looks to be the same as this one. And then that which is of God is light. How can you chase away the darkness? Oh, goodness. Sorry, bear with me. I don't want these to be ruined. Okay, your great work. Be planted in the land. So we've got very similar here. And what is your great work? Be planted in the land. And this even has open spots. And what is your work? So that one's very similar on all three. And questions. Wow, that's really cool. I am liking the vibe in these ones. How can I do good today? And this looks the same here. And then a little simpler there. These ones look very much the same in like this part, like what you would be writing. These look the same. Obviously the pictures are they're the same but different, but what you would be filling in. And how do we prepare for Jesus to come again? What is stopping you from believing big? What's stopping you from believing big? And then filling in the blanks. And then what do you believe? Believe big. What do you believe? More questions. How can I lift my voice? How can I labor with all my might? How can I pray always? How can I leave God's blessing? And then, how can I be a blessing in my own house? The kingdoms. So here's where it's giving you what that's talking about in each of the kingdoms. And this one's just telling you the three kingdoms. The three kingdoms. So I kind of like that this one is giving a little more a summary, I guess, of what these are. And then it talks about the kingdoms. I like that, but that's pretty. And those are cute. Can you tell I'm leaning towards the teen one? Though if I don't have a kiddo take up this one, I'm definitely going to put in what works in mine. All right, numbered. And this is just the same stuff. Ye are little children, and ye have not yet understood. As of yet understood. Okay. Draw your blessings. Greatest good. What's the greatest good? That makes me think of The Incredibles. Anyone else? I am your wife. I'm the greatest good you are ever going to get. So this has a spot to put these in, and then more fill in, and then my greatest good, same thing. Be faithful and lift. Be faithful, lift, and strengthen others. Priesthood. Basically the same. This, I guess, gives you places to put the names that are here, and this gives you more details of it. I don't know. Tell me in the comments, which one are you drawn to? One of them, or are you liking a combination of two of them, or all three? I'd love to know. Draw a picture of what your life looks like right now. Cute. All right, light and law. This is just giving you a little bit more going on here. That looks like the same there. And this says food that God says are good. Foods. And that he says are good. All right. The promise of 93. How to experience a fullness of. Okay. And then count how many times you see the word fullness in there. That's kind of cool. House should be built. What is required? Build God's house. What will I take in it? And build God's house. What will I take? All right, angel armies, and that's this right here, this right here, right there. Those are the same, and then cute little. Zion's camp. Who came? That is cool. What would I do for God? Well, there's one where all three would be cool. Okay, covenant power. Living after the order. And you got this here. And the privileges. The pattern, right? No, obedience. Obedience, yeah. And the privileges. So you got that there. How do I live like Jesus? All right. List the blessings. List the blessings, which is the most I need right now. Draw the Kirtland Temple. All right. And here we've got, how are you taking care of his treasure? Same thing there. So this info is probably the same. And my greatest treasures, draw 3 people you love. Any questions? And then what do we learn from each of these phrases? Oh, that's awesome. I like that. And then what do I love about the church? Oh, again, another all three one. Prison temple, 3 questions, 3 answers, and then here you're supposed to write them. And then how to get through hard days. See, that looks like the same, and that's probably there. Draw a picture of your home. Let's see. Shall we not go on in so great a cause? And on to the 3. So this might be a fill in the blank here. These are all different. Okay. And those, of course, are all different. What does the privilege of obedience? What does it mean to obey? So those are different. Those are going to be the same. And how will I feel when he comes again? How? Who is coming? He lived great and died great. That's the same. What do you love about Joseph? Those look the same. Who would you add? Those look the same. And then when has the Lord heard your prayer? Oh, and that is the end of all 3. Thanks for sticking with me on that one. I hope that was helpful. If it was, would you give me a thumbs up? Maybe let me know in the comments, because any engagement on this video shows YouTube that it is providing value and is worth sharing with others. Okay. Well, let me get these situated to where they don't fall and make a mess. And let's go through the Read It, Live It, flip book. I don't know. It sits on you wherever you put it, like that, with this little thing here. And it's got one for every day. Here's what you read. Here's the verse. It's pointing out to you, and then a little ponder. Live it thing. So here. And it does follow the Come Follow Me reading, particularly probably for 2025. And it will give you one for all 7 days of the week. This is December. Wait a minute here. January 1, December 28th. January 2, December 27th. Oh, this is what Grace was talking about too, where because with the last year's, you'd have it like this, right? If you have it like this on January 2nd or whatever, you'd have to flip it each day. But here's what she's talking about where you don't have to flip it. I was wondering what she meant by that. So we're going to go ahead and do that. You got January 1, January 2, 3, 4, and we're going to go all the way around the horn and then flip it once. That's going to be nice. So I'm not going to flip it for you because you can see both here. We're going to go ahead and see it all in one go. Once you can see what it's like. And we'll call that good. If you ever have any questions, please drop them down in the comments. I am always happy to help in any way that I can. These all make great Christmas gifts, and they do sometimes sell out on things. So if you want these to be ready for the new year to start, you are going to want to get them as soon as you can before they sell out. They're available online and in store. And I do have flip-throughs of other years' stuff. So if you want to study along with all of these for Doctrine and Covenants, but if you're interested in any of these items that might have been for the Book of Mormon as you study the Book of Mormon as well, because we've been counseled to study that over and over and over again, finish it and start again. We're finishing it up together as a church this year. So if you start again on your own personal study, there may be items like there's the flip book for it, which would be great for personal study. There's the stickers, there's tip-ins, there's all kinds of stuff. If you want to take a look at those resources, I just did a live covering those items. It was a little rusty. I haven't done a live in a while, but hopefully it will still provide value for you as you take a look of the items and see what would be beneficial for you as you do your own personal Book of Mormon study and then study along with the church. Come Follow Me curriculum in the Doctrine and Covenants. So I will link that in the description box for you. And then also link the playlist for all of the other Don't Miss This items over the years in case you want to check any of those out. Some bright colors in here. Quite the variety of colors. If you need me to slow down, just a reminder, there's a little settings button in the bottom right hand corner that you can change the playback speed and slow me down so that you can look at this a little better. Let me get to the end here so that we can see that flip. Oh, we're so close. Come on. Come on, Flippy Book. There we go. So we finish up June 30th. And it's sitting like this, right? Oh, let's get it upright. It's sitting like this on June 30th. And then you flip it over and you turn it for July 1st. And then you'll just work your way that way. Work your way back. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. All right, let's jump into, let's do this one real quick. Well, no, we'll do the stickers in case you're familiar with that one. We'll take a look at the stickers. Let me get this flip book out of the way. All right, the stickers. So this is my 4th round of stickers. Oh man, look, they're so pretty. They are designed by Becky Higgins. She's so wonderful to share her talents with us. And my kiddos have watched me use these for this last year has been a little bit tricky for me, but they watched me use these over the years. And I've got a kiddo who is asking to try them this year with a wide margin Doctrine and Covenants, and I am happy to oblige. So we've got a section for each week, and they've got some stickers that go into there. This is the word for the week, and then you just have other little ones, and then fun things that you can include as you study, as you watch the videos, however that works for you. You can put them in your scriptures. And I know that Doctrine and Covenants can be a hard year to teach. It can be a hard year to study for some. So maybe having a fun, colorful stickers, amazing tip-ins will help kind of engage your desire and motivate you to want to pull out your scriptures and study. For me personally, Doctrine and Covenants here is so fascinating to me. I absolutely love it. I love learning the history and understanding the history of the church and where it came from and why it was developed the way it was, and all of that aspect. So I personally love it, but I understand that it can be difficult. I understand. Oh, some fun big quotes. I wonder if this is why David recommended extra wide margins because look at this. So cute. And you don't have to put these in your scriptures. If you just love some of these quotes, you can put them in other places that you need them. And then you have some extra little bits that you can use as you study and mark up your scriptures yourself. So super cute. I love using them. I bought multiple sets this year because we're gonna love them. Got kiddos who want to use them too. Okay, now these, don't miss this in the Doctrine and Covenants, exploring one verse from each section. We love to use these for family scripture studies. So they've got, David and Emily wrote this back when Emily was doing the podcast with him, and Grace, her daughter, is doing it with him now, but they've already got these written for all 4 years, so they just keep sharing them. And so they're laid out with the section up here, the little part that they pull out, and then a story that goes with it, a story from their life. And then they make note of who it's from, and then they have a little reflect and respond section. And so we love to gather together and have one person read, the rest of us are listening, and then we try and guess who wrote that one. And then we share that reflect and respond that we can go to bed pondering, go on with our evening, going into our routines, pondering that question. So some of us who read like to leave out details that would give it away. See if we can guess, trip somebody up in guessing who it might be, trick them. And others like to leave in all those details to see were you actually paying attention, to be able to know who it was. So it's fun. It's a great way to get to know our General Young Women's president and to get to know David and to be able to share testimonies, share their testimonies often, and to be able to, with your family, see how it can be applied into your life, see how it can fit into real world situations, today's situations, and just to be able to hear testimonies shared is just another great way to study the scriptures together. Alrighty, so that's all of the supplies I got. And then, during Christmas time, Deseret Book does, if you spend so much, you can buy a little thing. And if you're like me and a nativity collector, I was so excited to hop onto this one. Look how cute. It's all in one piece. It's just a cute little display. It could probably be a bookend if you wanted it to be. But I love that it's all in one solid piece. And it's $6.99 when you spend, I think it's $30 or $35. But if you're getting the collection, you'll be there, no problem. No problem. And it's just adorable. I love it. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me and checking all these out. I really hope it was helpful for you. And I will catch you next time. Bye.